yeah, maybe first an introduction. Hi everyone, welcome to the press conference at the first resting day of the Giro. We'll start in English. You can post your questions in the chat. See, there's already the first one coming in, and yeah, I guess we just will start. So the first question from Bram, Kian, have you surprised yourself with your performance in the first week?
Oh, let's say that the first week was not a week that I liked the most, let's say, with some tricky moments as the TT, the gravel stage. Like the first stage was pretty punchy, but in the end, we've survived it pretty well, and I'm really happy with the position where I'm now. So actually, I surprised myself a bit. I thought I would maybe lose more in the TT, for example, and have more difficulties in the gravel stage, and actually that stage I enjoyed pretty much. So till now I was very happy and surprised.
Hi Kian, how does tomorrow's course and especially the final climb suit you?
Yeah, tomorrow is again a really important day for sure. It's already again a little bit a harder climb, but still not like the extremely high mountains. So I would say it's for sure a really good course, pretty steady. But I would say that the days where I look more forward to are more towards Sunday and the week after.
And Valentino, what are your targets? Do you hope to win a stage? I think it means hope.
Wow, I'm not really extremely looking to win a stage. I think that's more that we want to win still some stages with the team. And for myself, I as I said, I focus on the GC, and then it's always more difficult to win stages because you have always Pogacar and a lot of strong guys around. For sure, when the opportunity is there, I would love to win a stage, but let's say I focus for now on the GC.
Hi Kian, question from Radio Pedal Ecuador. Hi Kian, how do you think about the abandonment of two teammates? Does this make the goals change?
For sure, it's not ideal that we lost Christophe, that we lost Robert. On one side, it's a climber less, and it's a lead out man less, or a guy who can even also win, for sure, stages as European champion. But I think a good example was yesterday, where Olaf still wins the sprint and his first Grand Tour victory, even without Christophe. So I think this doesn't really change our goals, and we just keep the focus on stage wins for me the GC.
Question from Niels Bastiaans. Hi Kian, people were worried about your time trial capacities at first, but how did you analyze your performance in the TT, and what do you expect from the next one?
Yeah, so let's say it was for me a positive step forward. We worked the last months, weeks, really on time trial, but for sure this is not something you can make from not being good in it to being extremely good in it in one time. So let's say that I'm happy with the steps we made over the last months. I think we made still already a good progress. We will keep on analyzing it, and we are on a good way with it. But for sure, it will take 1-2 years maybe to get it really perfect, let's say, for me. But I think we are on a good way, and there is not a stress.
Okay, question from Steven Ferran. Hi Kian, do you have a specific strategy for the white jersey, or do you just race the GC?
For sure, my strategy is to go every day as hard as possible. So I think there is not really a big difference between competing for the GC and competing for the white jersey, and I just try to get the maximum out of it, and then we see in the end in Rome if it's in white or not.
Question from Alessio Di Sanzio. Do you think you can take the podium?
If I am on the podium this Giro, then it would be really amazing. It's for sure still a long race, but I don't really look to numbers for the moment. I just look day by day, as I said, get the maximum out of it every day. And it's a really long race. A lot can still happen. So yeah, let's see where we end in Rome, and we just battle for the maximum.
Question from Flo Clifford. How is morale in the team after Olaf Koy's win yesterday, but also losing Geesink and Laporte earlier in the week?
Yeah, for sure. We were a bit down after losing them. Not the most ideal situation. But for sure, yeah, yesterday was really a positive thing in the team. And I think, yeah, not only for the group here, but yeah, for the team in general after, yeah, all the setbacks with Wout, with Jonas. Yeah, a lot of guys also just sick over the last weeks, months. Yeah, it was really nice to win again and get that feeling again. And I think we are on a good way to continue it.
Question from Stijn Joris. With what you experienced and felt uphill so far, do you think top 5 could be a better possibility now than before the start of the Giro?
Yeah, for sure. I think, yeah, there is one man who's really, let's say, on another planet, and behind the battle is a bit open. So, yeah, there it will be just a really nice fight, and yeah, maybe it's a good option to be in top 5. But yeah, it's still a long race. So as I said, I don't really put an extreme number or something on it. I just try to do my best every day.
Gabriele Januzzi, I can you always appear happy and smiling. What does happiness mean to you?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm just enjoying riding my bike every day, and just trying to get the maximum out of it. That's what I like to do. So yeah, from that side, therefore probably the smile is always there, because yeah, I just race without pressure, without having extremely things in my head that I need to do. I just try to enjoy it and make fun, and I think that's the best way to achieve your dreams.
Question from Valentino Pietro Succato. Is Pogacar really stratospheric? Do you think he's getting tired by attacking? Will you try it yourself?
Yeah, I think he's just so strong. I think, for example, the day of Prata di Tivo was for him probably more a rest day. If you see what he does still yesterday with the lead out in the sprint. So yeah, I don't know if he gets more tired of it. Yeah, that we will see in the next weeks. And on the other side, yeah, attacking. I'm always from the idea, if you feel to, then you need to do it, but you need to do it in a smart way. So yeah, for sure there are options to do that in the next weeks.
And a similar question from Stephen Ferran. How important is it to have a positive, happy mentality like you have in a Grand Tour?
It's really important because it's every day, yeah, for sure also suffering. And yeah, in the end, for sure in the third week, you get more and more tired. And if there is then a good atmosphere and a good atmosphere in the team, that brings you much further. So that's really important, yeah.
And a question from Bram van der Ploeg again. Can you explain how you grow as a leader in the team in the first months in the team, but also in this Giro?
Oh yeah, I think yeah, the team really helped me also in this, and tried to teach me things. And I think also, yeah, racing with Jonas, racing with Sepp, I learned a lot from them, how they handle that situation to be in a, yeah, more leader role. So I think also there, yeah, we made a lot of progress. What's also again important for the future, yeah, with giving feedback to the guys, with talking every day, how we do it in a lead out to a climber, or things like that. So yeah, the team really helps me in that, and I think we are growing as a team in that situation.
Question from Flo Clifford. What are you doing as a team to relax on a rest day?
We went out for a bike ride, and yeah, just enjoyed the sun a bit. Yeah, maybe stop for a coffee or something, and yeah, for the rest, get some good food in and relax. a bit at the massage. I think that's basically what we do for now.
Next question from Stephen Ferran. Kian, Tadej Pogačar is dominating the Giro. Does that create some envy or jealousy in the peloton, or is he such a nice guy and super talent that people just admire him?
Well, I think on one side for sure, if somebody wins a lot, there are always comments on it. But I think in the end, he's just a guy who's still loved in the bunch. Like, yeah. On the other side, if he would not attack and do such crazy things, then maybe he would get the comments that he doesn't ride aggressive enough. So I think, yeah, you will always get comments, but I think he's pretty loved in the bunch. So not see there a big problem.
I see a question from RTL Sports, but I think we get back to that later, so that Kian will respond in French. So I'll just continue here with Valentino Pietro Sucato's question. I think, had you planned Koi's victory? He wants to know.
Yeah, for sure. When we take a sprinter, we hope that he wins one of the bench sprints. So for sure, it was Olaf's first Grand Tour. So then it's always I would not say a risk, but yeah, he never did it before. So yeah, we were really happy for sure to have it now already in his first Grand Tour.
And Leonardo Ubrich Delfino, apart from Pogačar, who impressed you the most this first week?
I think Geraint Thomas is for sure really strong. With him, yeah, for sure. I think towards the third week he will be really strong. Also, Martinez surprised me pretty hard with his TT. So yeah, I think yeah. Also behind O'Connor, there are really a few really strong guys. So I think, but I think Martinez and Thomas surprised me also pretty well.
Question again from Niels Bastiaans. In another interview with Sporza, you said that you already learned a lot in this Giro. So what kind of things did you learn? Can you give an example?
I think surviving those stages as a gravel stage, for example, I never did this before. Like same if it would be a cobblestone stage. Those are things, yeah, you cannot learn in front because yeah, or you need to ride through Roubaix or Strades. So that was pretty challenging for me, and just to get through a day like that was really learnful.
And last question from Bram van der Ploeg. You ride with Pogačar every day, but also train with Jonas. Do you think you can reach that level as a rider in the future?
Well, that's for sure. Yeah, the dream that we have. So we will see it in the future if I get there. But for sure, you dream of that.
And another question from Valentino, and I think we'll switch to French then after this one. Could Uiterbroeks be the new mama of Belgian cycling? I don't know really what he means by it, but I think he wants to know if you could be the next big thing in Belgian cycling.
That's something we will see in the future. I just try to do my best every day and enjoy it, and then we see how far we get.
Okay, then we'll continue in French for a couple of minutes for RTL. So the question is, Kian, how different is it for you to be the first time, the only man riding for the GC in your team in a Grand Tour?
Ouais, à l'autre côté, jusque maintenant, j'aime bien. L'équipe me donne vraiment du bon support avec les coureurs qu'on a ici. Donc, ouais, il y a dans l'équipe même pas vraiment de concurrence. Donc, ça, c'est aussi tranquille. Donc, et à l'autre côté, on va aussi pour les étapes. Donc, la situation où je suis maintenant, j'aime bien à la fin parce qu'il n'y a pas trop de pression et les gars m'aident vraiment et ils croient aussi en mes capacités. Donc, ouais, pour le moment, ça va très bien.
Et autre question de RTL Sport. Salut Kian, quelle note donnerais-tu sur 10 pour ce début de Giro?
C'est toujours difficile de donner des notes, mais je suis quand même, je dirais quand même 8 sur 10 pour la première semaine, peut-être pour l'âge que j'ai pour le moment. Euh, et aussi, si on compare avec les résultats dans le passé, je pense qu'on est vraiment sur un bon chemin. Et c'était pas la semaine qui était parfaitement pour moi. Donc, ouais, pour le moment, je suis vraiment content.
Okay. If there's no more questions, I see another one coming in from RTL. Tu t'attires beaucoup de commentaires positifs pour ton niveau sur le vélo, mais aussi ton sourire en interview. Tu ressens l'engouement autour de toi.
Oui, ouais, jusque. Ouais, naturellement, il faut rester positif et comme j'ai dit déjà, j'aime bien ce que je fais, donc on essaie de faire tout tranquille, sans trop de pression et on essaie de s'amuser aussi ici parce que à la fin, ouais, tu peux mettre beaucoup de pression sur les résultats, mais on est aussi juste des gens normaux et on doit aussi pas se stresser trop, surtout si on est jeune. Donc, on essaie de s'amuser tous les jours et de faire le maximum.
Euh, et ton objectif, c'était le top 10 au début du Giro. Peux-tu revoir cet objectif à la hausse?
Ah, pour moi, ça reste un peu la même chose. Ouais, j'ai toujours dit un peu top 10, top 5, quelque chose comme ça. Mais pour moi, je veux jamais vraiment mettre un numéro dessus. Mon objectif, c'est de rouler le plus vite possible, d'être le plus haut possible dans le classement général. Euh, et puis après, on regarde de nouveau les fautes qu'on a fait, ce qu'on peut faire mieux dans le futur, parce que ce qu'on fait maintenant, c'est vraiment aussi pour s'améliorer pour le futur dans ce genre de course pour le classement général, quoi.
Ok, merci. On va répondre aux deux dernières questions. Et donc, c'est Leonardo Ubrich Delfino. Quelles sont les étapes que tu attends le plus?
Ah, dimanche, c'est déjà quelque chose que j'aime bien. C'est plus dur, c'est plus long, plus haut. Donc, normalement, si le temps est pas trop mauvais, j'adore vraiment les étapes le plus dur, le plus haut. Ouais, plus de mètres d'altitude. Donc, ah, je veux dire, dimanche, c'est déjà une belle journée.
Ok, dernière question de Alessio Di Sanzio. Tu montres un côté nonchalant, tout sourire, mais cela ne pourrait pas être un risque, car possible manque de concentration.
Non, ça, je pense pas. Parce que je pense dans la course, on est naturellement concentré. Et naturellement, on veut se battre comme j'ai fait toujours aussi les ans passés pour le maximum. Donc, non, on a toujours le focus, mais il faut faire ça avec le sourire et pas en négativité.
Okay, guys, thank you all. We'll see you tomorrow at the start in Pompeii. Ciao.